This is Paystreak Superfreak Prospector Journey. And this is what I got out of 5 buckets. No, 6 buckets. You can see the gold showing up there. Lots of gold in there. I don't know how much because it's kind of hard to see it. There's a lot of gold over there. A lot of gold underneath that material. My pockets are all full there. Pockets are full there. I'm going to clean out because I have to drop. If I were to stay and do some more mining, I would have to drop my sluice box down again because my riffle, see how it's running really hard right there? The river's gone down so much that I have to drop it down again. This is the third time today I would have had to drop my sluice box down. So I ran some dirt today. This stuff is pretty deep. Stuff is pretty deep. But I have got a yard sale going on the river here. I got stuff everywhere. I got stuff on the bank up there, right here, right there, right there, right there. Up on top of that rock, I had my tobacco pipe. I got my backpack, my clothes, my food, my pick and my shovel. I need to consolidate this stuff, and I need to stop doing this, man. This stuff sprawled all up and down the bank is just not going to work for me today. I need to clean out and get my sprayer bottle filled up, spray my sluice box out, and I drop my boulder in the sun's coming out. I like that. The sun hasn't been out but a couple times a day, just for a couple minutes, but there's some sunlight. Let me show you what I did with my pit. This large boulder, I decided not to dig too deep there because I was kind of afraid of this rock here. So I released some of the rocks up there, and I really put a lot of effort in, into wiggling it and wobbling it and trying to get it to wobble. And it finally wobbled just a little teeny bit. Then I removed a bunch of more rocks up there and put about 10 minutes of time into just getting this boulder so it's safe for me to dig in that hole. And then I just got it to drop down there. Really took a few minutes to get that sucker to bust loose and drop down the hole there. It fell about a foot. It dropped down about a foot. So I'm done with this pit here. There's a lot of material down there that I would love to get. That I've already scraped from the sidewall there, and I had a bunch of loose material there. And I said, I'm going to try to bust this rock loose, see how safe it is. So, it would have been safe for a little bit longer, but I don't want to push it here. So I did a prospect here. I took some of this dirt out here. This is pretty good mud here, 15, 20 flakes per pan. It's fairly good material, but I'm not into it. I did some testing there on the bank there because there's this drop off. The rocks are full of moss here, and I might do another couple pans there just to see if I can get maybe an 80 mesh or a 60 mesh out of it. I'm only getting about 15 to 20 flakes per pan right there on the surface, so I'm not into it. I have a spot up there about 100 feet that I'm getting 40 flakes per pan. So I'm going to backfill here, get some of these boulders back up the hill there, back in my hole. Maybe move some of these larger boulders that I moved in this pit closer to the bank, just to backfill, reclaim the area a little bit, and move on. Because 20 flakes of gold per pan, not enough for me. I'm looking for 50 flakes right now, because I got that dig up the river bed there, about 100 feet, that I've already prepared, and I have 40 flakes per pan. Some of them are larger flakes, 80 meshes, 60 meshes. But if I dig that hole deeper, I'll be able to get the larger gold out of there. And I spent about an hour on it, just digging large boulders on it. Then I dug down about a foot, and I've gotten probably a half gram from that area. Altogether, in this spot, right where I'm standing in this pit, probably got about 6 grams, maybe 5 grams altogether. I panned for a lot of days here, because the river was just not at a level for me to put my sluice box in, and it was just pouring down rain. And I'm just going to move on. I'm just going to call it quits on this pit right here, backfill, move on. But I do 3 types of prospecting when I'm up at the mountain here. I spend about 10, maybe 15% of my time that I'm up here prospecting. My 3 types are: I prospect in my pit to track the Paystreak down. I do sample pans, trying to dig where the Paystreak is at, track that Paystreak. The second type of prospecting that I do is near this area where my large pit is. Upstream, downstream, see where the Paystreak ends at, see how far the Paystreak goes up, or see how far the Paystreak goes down. And then the third type of prospecting that I do, which I'm about ready to do, I spend some time hiking far away. I spend some time hiking and just looking and observing the bank. Prospecting maybe for next year or 2 years or 3 years in the future. Just so I know where some deposits are, some larger deposits that I can dig like for a month or 2, maybe 3, or maybe a full season I can be at one spot. This season I'm going to be digging at a place where I was getting 7 grams per day for about a whole month. About a month I was getting 4 to 7 grams a day. One day I had 8 grams there. So I'm going to be back there probably in about 3 weeks. But I'm going to spend some time prospecting for another one of those deposits. There's about 400 yards there across the river. I can't quite get across the river yet, so it's going to be a couple, 3 weeks before I can get over to my big dig and start prepping that up for my vacation. So today, for the rest of the day, I'm just going to do some prospecting. I'm not going to mine. I'm going to clean out, get all my gear all in one spot. I'm just going to take my pick, my shovel, my classifier, and my snuffer bottle, and just do some prospecting up this bank here. See how far this Paystreak goes up on this portion of the river. Go up 300 feet. Go past my pits that I have up there about 100 feet. So this is Paystreak Superfreak Prospector Jeremy, and I'm on the Little North Fork Santiam River, and I'm out.